Hello everyone, welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlo here. Say hello to everyone, Narlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we had taken the book of Mazarbul to Mr. Bosi here. He had looked through it and had talked about it. Gave a clear warning that the dwarves should be very careful because the previous expedition under Balin also thought it was prepared and did not know that they were about to meet their end until the very last. So we are to take our warning, words of caution, over there to Broger, who is back in the 21st Hall on the Chamber of Leadership, just off of the hall. So we are going to head over there now and see, in fact, why don't we check with the stable master here? We can do that, can't we?
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
There we go. 21st Hall, swift travel, 28 silver. Let's go. We've got the stable masters here. We might as well employ them. Lord knows they get tired of just sitting around feeding their goats for no reason whatsoever. Good coffee this morning, and it may be a morning where we actually don't have rain for the first time in about a month. That is going to be very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, there's the Chamber of Leadership over there, so let's head on over. Talk to Mr. Broger and find out what exactly he is planning on doing. Is he going to listen to our words of caution about what happened to Valen's company? Or is he going to figure the dwarves can handle things on their own? One thing I noticed in the last episode is that my voice would occasionally drop out and get rather soft. Fluctuate in volume from time to time. Part of that is that when I would walk up stuff and whenever I was in Menem Barrage and I was trying to see down in the pit, I was actually doing the video game thing. I was craning my neck way over here off to the side, as you see, to look down into the pit, thinking that was going to help. And of course, my voice would get soft. Oh, how many times?
Bosi is worried for nothing. This time will be different.
Yes, indeed. That's what I was expecting. This time will be different. My cousin has always worried too much. Balin came to a bad end, yes, but this time it will be different. Look at all the victories we have already had in so short a time. We will be fine, Narlo. Do not hear Bosi's groundless worrying. He always does this. Moria has cost us much already. Surely the worst is behind us.
My nephew has come up with a daring plan. You should ask him about it.
Chapter 6, Honor Enough for Both. My nephew Bori has come up with a daring plan, Narlo. He conceived a diversionary strike against a certain hall in the deeps to draw the orcs of the White Hand from their camp. This way a second group could enter the camp and defeat its leader. It will be dangerous for both groups, but it is a good plan. Imagine it. With one axe blow, we will cut off the head of the White Hand presence in Moria. Bosi's fears will be assuaged in the face of such a victory. Will you help my nephew Bori with the preparations for this strike? He grieves still for Broin and feels that he must earn honor doubly, for himself and for my slain son. If this strike is successful, he will have done both. All right, sure. Let's aid Bori with his preparations. What can we do to aid you in achieving honor? I'm starting to feel like I'm in GTA, where everyone else's honor depends on me earning it for them. All right, he has 3 quests here. Arms of the Sharpest Bite.
We need weapons and armor that can be repaired or melted down.
Even if my plan goes smoothly, both groups of dwarves will be in danger. Orcs of the White Hand are deadly, and they're sure to be fighting. We're low on equipment, though, and certainly lack the armor and weapons my 2 teams will require. If you can find dented armor, broken blades, and cracked shields on orcs throughout Zelamelech, the Red Horn loads, and within their camps, this equipment might be repaired. If they are too damaged, we could melt them down and use them to make new weapons and armor. In either case, I will be able to equip my teams with weapons and armor victory will require. Alright, so we're going to have to collect 10 dented armors, 10 broken blades, 10 cracked shields. Then we have dwarves of the greatest courage.
My plan requires as many courageous dwarves as will volunteer.
I will need the help of the bravest dwarves of this company if my plan is to succeed, Narlo. One group will make a feint against the guarded junction on the eastern road, and I will lead the other against Stagsnock, the encampment of the White Hand. Speak with the dwarves in the 21st Hall, and recruit as many as you can for our mission. Bring to their minds visions of honor and of valor, for there will be both in great supply. Once the White Hand is driven from Moria, we will have peace beneath the mountain. So we need to find 6 dwarves in the 21st Hall who wish to go along with this scheme. And then finally, his last quest, part of this chapter, planning the wisest
I need
attack.
to know the lay of Stosnak if my plan is to succeed.
One team of dwarves will lead a diversionary strike on an outpost on the eastern road in order to draw the main body of White Hand orcs out of their camp, Stosnak. At that time, a second group will stealthily enter Stosnak and defeat the White Hand leader. I need information about these locations, Narlo. Examine the strength of the force along the eastern road and become familiar with the layout of Stosnak. I want you to collect barrels of black powder from within Stosnak and return them to me. We must deprive them of the dangerous weapon wherever we can. Investigate these locations and return to me with any information you discover. My father is always telling me that information is among a dwarf's mightiest weapons. How we wield the information you bring back will determine the success of my plan. So we need to find the guarded junction on the eastern road, and we are going to need to collect 8 barrels of black powder from Stosnak. Which means we're also going to have to find Stosnak. Okay, so there we go. We have definitely got a load of preparations to make. I think we are going to go out here first and start looking up dwarves. Because we know that we're going to have to recruit dwarves from the 21st Hall here. So let's run around and see what we can find. Don't see any here. I would imagine they are going to be on off in this direction. Oh, there's our burglar trainer. Awesome. Should have known he'd be sticking beside a pile of treasure there, shouldn't we? Here we go. I'm wondering if the ones we're looking for will have the little rings over their heads. Let's see here.
We have seen naught of Durin's Bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
Alright, now he's just got a quest for other things.
If we are to find Mithra in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Nope,
We have
these
seen
are
naught of Durin's Bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
These are dwarves that have, as they say, the instance cluster. They give you quests that take place in the instances throughout Moria, like the 16th Hall and all.
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
He has a quest involving the mirrors that we will have to take on. That will be fun. Let's keep looking. Okay, here we go, Sebi. Sebi's actually got a burning ring over his head. So he might be one we can talk
The
to.
shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Here we go. I have a great deal of respect for Bori, of course, but I have enough work to do without casting stones at a nest of hornets. This plan is ill-conceived, and unless Lords Bozy or Broger order it themselves, I will have no part of it. Okay. So we have found the first one. I see another flaming ring over in this direction. Here's Wether. Let's see whether or not he's going to join us.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Do not question my valor, burglar, but I will not follow young Bori to my death. Lord Broger has already lost his son on this endeavor. Unless someone wiser than Bori leads his assault on Stosnak, I fear that Lord Bozy will lose his as well. Okay. That's 2 dwarves down. Let's continue looking about. I see some more rings around behind us. And I think this will also show the, I want to say the skirmish encampment. I was thinking it was around in this direction. I think it's off there to our right. Alright, here's Stilling.
The orcs of Moria have much to account for.
I will gladly volunteer for young Bori's mission. The sooner the White Hand is cast from Moria, the safer we will all be. Let none call Stilling coward. Okay. Looks like the other one that we keep seeing flash on and off must be back within here again. Oh, come on. I'm short enough to go through there. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to circle on around. Looks like there may be one inside of... Oh, there's the rally circle. Okay. I've never actually had to rally in here before, so I did not know where that was. I swear there is a skirmish encampment in here too. I thought it was along that side over there.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for dying Ironfoot!
I already have tasks to do, Narlo. I am sorry that I cannot help Bori with his mission, but I respect him for this undertaking. Okay. We have a few more dwarves we need to talk to. I'm wondering if some of them might be up there on the walkways. Why don't we head up that ramp? I know we've had dwarves up there before, I think, that we've had to talk to. Let's see if any of these. Nope. Guard. Just a guard. That's the hunter trainer. If we're clear here, can we get up on any of the others? There's our encampment. There it is, right over there, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. Are any of the dwarves we need to talk to within the... Looking for more sloping ramps, too. It looks like there is a ring that kept flashing inside the crafting hall here. There's definitely a ring there. So we will see whether or not Home, Master of the Crafting Guild. No, I think he's given us...
Greetings, traveler.
Yep.
Will you stay a moment?
Introduction to the Tailor's Guild there. Okay, no one in here further that has a ring over the head. As you see, this is our first time we've actually stepped in here. And right over here is the Forge and Relic Masters. In case you're wondering where they're located here at the 21st Hall. That is it. Okay. I'm going to swing by and take a look at around the skirmish camp over here. We've still got, what, 2 more dwarves to find? Yes, 2 more dwarves to find. Maybe one is guarding around the skirmish camp somewhere. No. Don't see any rings on our map. Okay, I'm going to keep looking around, see if I can find this last 2 dwarves that seem to have hidden themselves very well. And when we have, we will rejoin you. Okay, having ridden around for a while, you'll see right over here, there's the Chamber of Leadership. There is the exit. Leads out of the 21st Hall on the southern wall. Here is a dwarf named Willie. So Willie has to say,
I will help Bori with his errand. Great honor will be ours.
I will follow my lord Bosi's son into battle, and gladly. The White Hand's time in Moria will soon be at an end. So as you see here, we are having to travel a little bit further away from the main stretch there. So we will continue. Basically, I'm just riding back and forth down between these columns and checking to see if there are any more dwarves hidden about. Whoop, there's one right there. How did I miss him? What's his name? Skigny. I guess I was so focused on Sithorn there.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
What is this plan of Bori's? A diversionary strike? I am old-fashioned. I do not appreciate such tactics. Enemies should be challenged head-on. Even if this were more to my liking, I have too many tasks on my plate and not enough time in which to complete them all. It is just shame that I cannot fight alongside the young master. Alright, so there we go. We've talked to 6 dwarves in the 21st hall. And let us go back and talk to Bori again. Let him know that enthusiasm was mixed. If we were on the Steam page, we would have a rating of eh. Don't know if your plan is getting green-lighted there, Bori.
Those are all the dwarves who volunteered? No matter, it's fine.
Wonderful. Have you found brave dwarves to execute my plan? Bori listens as you tell him of Stilling and Willie, the volunteers you recruited. He waits expectantly for more, and then his face falls. That's all? Only 2 dwarves? How can this be, Narlo? This is barely enough for one group. Well, I'm sure you did your best. I will manage somehow. And already the plan is unraveling before our eyes. Okay. So now at this point, we're going to go out and look at the guarded junction and see if we can find Staznok as well, which seems to be located, as say, within the Redhorn Lodes. Encampment of Staznok is located amongst the Redhorn Lodes. So we got to investigate the guarded junction and then go to Staznok. I think we may make it to the guarded junction this time around. And let us head on down and see if we can find this place. Don't know if we're going to make it down into the Redhorn Lodes yet. As far as the guarded junction, the wide halls, the broadways. I'm thinking the guarded junction. Okay, this is the Great Eastway. And the Redhorn Lodes are down here. Did he tell us to go to Nud Melek? Where did he say to go with all this? Collect dented armors. Zelemelek. Okay, hasn't said to go to Nud Melek, so we're still in Zelemelek. So, in that case, it's going to be somewhere along this way will be the guarded junction. Possibly along right in here. You see this broad path. So I think we'll travel down to here and probably travel either this way or travel this way toward the campfire. But let us see how things work out here. We actually managed to get around them. How about that? Won't be quite so fortunate coming up. Oh, there we go, dented armor. Do we have any other piles laying about like that? Just Sage's locker. I got a feeling we will find plenty of these piles.
Ah!
So good. Found 1 dented armor. There's a cracked shield. You see over there's a broken blade. And a Moria warrior to fight for it as well. Remember, we're a burglar after all. Boom. Alright. There we go. Collected another dented armor off of him. So good. And a broken blade. There you go. We're going to be traveling around all in these various hallways around here. And the Zelamelech side. All down in here, headed over this way toward the Great Delving along the road. Killing orcs and looking for more of these piles of weapons and all. And taking what we can off the orcs as well. So that is our mission. And we will see you in a bit as we complete it. We are down here, if you remember, whenever we were first set off on our journey into the deeper parts of Moria, past the 21st Hall. Old Broger had us going out looking for a couple of dwarves who had gone forth. Now, he was afraid of going in a little bit over their heads, remember? And we had traveled down this way. There we go. We had traveled down this way. If you remember, there's the road that follows along the bottom of the southern hall there. We had jumped off. There was a dwarf right over there in the corner. There he is, Uhtrig. We had gone and talked to Uhtrig. I found a good number of piles of broken armor and swords and everything here. There's another broken blade, so we've got a number of these scattered about. But I also wanted to show you, I'll pull it up on the map right quick. You see where we are right over there. I'll pull it up. If you continue going south from where the jump off is, right there, continue down this way. I've talked about the keeper. Got a little too close to the keeper, didn't we? Pull around and use our area effect. There we go. Oh, cool. The harassing dark claw goes away whenever you're dead. I swear they didn't used to in the past. As I said, continue going south from the jump-off point. And right around this corner, I see some more broken blades. Right around this corner right here. Come in. There we go. This is Mezer Serej. Now, if you remember, back here on the winding path, remember right about here, about halfway down the winding path that goes from the Chamber of the Crossroads over here to the 21st Hall, there is that area. I said there was the two dwarves that stood out there, and they had the list of quests that you could go into the libraries. And you went into the two libraries, and each one had 3 quests to go into the libraries, clean out the mobs that were within, and bring books back. And that the 2 libraries were just full of sage lockers and things. Right here, these 2 doors are the wood storage areas. These 2 guys here have 3 quests apiece that allow you to go into the wood storage and get 3 from him. That takes you into Bult Kar. And you get 3 from him that will take you into Sejer Tarak. And inside there are piles and piles and piles of the ilex wood. And as at the other place, there's the Galadrim Reputation Trader right over here, that you can trade the tokens you get from there for the golden branches or the golden leaves or whatever. So I wanted to show y'all where that was, as you see, just right here. There is one more for all you miners. There's one more dungeon like that, but you have to go all the way down here to the Redhorn Lodes. And it's right down here along in this area, I believe. Somewhere right along in here. Don't remember its exact location. That's where you have to go to get the 2 dungeons that allow you to go in and collect the mining resources. But that's not what we're here for right now. We are here to continue collecting dented armor and cracked shields and broken blades. And that is what we are going to continue doing. So as we do that, we will look back in on you. Let's see, I think we're going to have to go that way. Yeah, we came out of that one, circled around, so we're going to have to go back in this one. I swear some of these things are spawning around behind me. I didn't see a broken blade there before. Okay. One other thing we did, as I think we completed a class quest here. Let's pull it up. Yeah, we got turbine points for completing a deed. Class deed tier 3, we completed footpad. And we've completed the burglar's errand, and we've completed opportunist. Footpad was the one where use your diversion skill successfully 500 times. Opportunist was use reveal weakness 350 times. And what was the other one? Burglar's errand. Burglar's errand, okay. Which does not show along the line here. It ought to, because this is where we completed it. We'll have to see if we can find it at some point. What we got here? Race, social, epic, reputation. Burglar's errand. Maybe Burglar's errand is the name of the deed. I don't know. Anyway, we got a class trait out of it. Got another point on our class traits. And that's the important thing. I'm sure it was some skill that we had to use some God only knows how many times. I'll look it up and throw it on the screen what it was exactly we had to do it. We are back in the Great Hall of Durin, looking for more of these dented armors. And we are going to continue collecting them. And we will rejoin you in a bit. Just a quickie here. We are still scouring the halls of Durin, the Great Hall of Durin here. Looking for, right now, cracked shields. We found all the broken blades we need. We have found all the dented armors we need. So we have not been able to find any more. I think we're going to head on down into the actual hall, the actual road there. But I did want to come over here. This is something that I don't ever remember before. Got not really a stable master, but a guy and his goat here with a goat to the 21st hall. So that if you needed a quick travel back up there to the 21st hall, see where we are, you could quickly travel. I would imagine it takes you to either the stable master or the milestone up here. So I don't remember that ever being there, as he's camped here underneath one of the statues of the dwarves. I'm wondering if this right here was perhaps, you notice they look like horns. I wonder if this was perhaps, it's one on each side, if these were like announcement horns whenever they had to make a great announcement, or when Durin entered the hall, if they had someone standing behind there blowing through it that would resonate through these mighty horns here. Okay, we are going to head back on out, heading down straight east, or westward rather. Back toward the Great Delving over there, and we're going to be checking along this road, one, to find this area that says, you know, the guarded junction, and two, to see if we can find any more of the cracked shields. About to say that was one, but that's a cave spider, isn't it? Okay, I don't see any more piles of debris. Said we're still missing 3 cracked shields, so we may have to get those from fighting the orcs up there. So we will find out here. The wide halls. See, that might be the guarded junction where you see that area built up there. And then on down here. Isn't this a beautiful location? Look at the dwarves up there holding the lanterns on the road back to Durin's Hall there. Come on up. These are the Broadways. See, this could be one of these. Could be the guarded junction it talks about. Let's take a look at that. Don't see any more piles, so I definitely think we have outran our piles of dented armors and everything. Don't think we're going to find any more of those. But while we are headed this way, let us continue down the hall. See, this could be the guarded junction. This could very well be the guarded junction. Uh-oh, quest actions available. Skithers Ultima. Dark power rising, instruments of the enemy. Solo level 55. From the edge of Skirith Ultima, you hear a noisy orc called Rollick. Uh-oh. Oh, so the orcs of Moria. White Hand Ambassador. I don't know if the White Hand Ambassador there has anything to do. Why don't we, because I'm not sure if he's a member of a quest. I got a feeling he might have been. Let's see, what's the other one? Instruments of the enemy? Nope, that's collect spears down there. So we need to hold off on that one. Those are 2 quests that will be good to take when we're down there. Like I said, there's quest in this dungeon. So many of them. But we are almost back. Love that. Look at those axes. Those carven axes leading that way. Beautiful, beautiful place. They have done such a remarkable job. Such a remarkable job. But we are coming up on what I was wanting to see. Right up here, just through there, is the Great Delving. You can see the entrance ahead of us. And I think we have found one of the last areas for one of the other quests. You have discovered the Lonely Span. So I'm going to take a look and see whether or not... Let's get this off the screen. Dark Power Rising. Let's decline it. And decline this one for the moment. There we go. Get that off the screen. There we are. This is the Lonely Span that leads across this great cavern into the deeper, more established areas there. All right, I'm going to take a look and see whether or not that this belongs to a deed. And if it does, we will throw up a panoramic view and a description. The Lonely Span. The Lonely Span lies just beyond the eastern gate of the Great Delving. It is the only direct passage to the streets of Zelamelech, and is where the nobles of Khazad-dûm once resided. Alright folks, and with our depiction of the Lonely Span there, we have made it all the way back into the Great Delving. You see, as we come through here to the beautiful arch passageway, we will come back out and you will see the Dolven view way up there on our left. Hey, there's the passage. There's the cooling chamber. Y'all will remember that. There's the cooling chamber. You go around that, past it. The Dolphin View is just beyond. Right there's the library that we traveled in, so you can travel past that, and the Dwarf Lord's Gate is over, which carries you back to the Chamber of the Crossroads. So we are going to mount up. I am going to head back on over to the Dolphin View. Looks like we've definitely come too far this way to find the other cracked shields. We are going to have to go and kill orcs once more. And over in Zelamelek. And also start examining those side passages and all, and see which one is the blockaded junction, the guarded junction on the eastern road. So that is what we are going to do. In the meantime, as you see, we got the Dolphin View ahead of us. We are going to go over there. We're going to sell back some of our yard trash merchandise here. And perhaps, I think I've got a couple of legendary items, I'm sure, that we will probably get examined along the way as well. Do we? No, we don't. Amazing. But we do have some various scroll cases that we need to take care of. So that's what we're going to do. Visit our favorite vendors and all over here. So we will see you next time. Thanks for coming along. I will probably get one more episode up this week. I will be going back to work. Wednesday, so I'll probably get one more episode up after this. And then it will be, our adventures in Moria will be done until the weekend gets here. So thanks for coming along. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.